This is a composite of frames from a video that's become somewhat famous on the internet showing a point of view looking at a air accident. What you see in the foreground here, I'll just point out as quickly and simply as I can, is a gangway leading somewhere. We have lighting to our left off camera from some source lighting up the gangway or bridge or whatever you want to call it. And we see what looks like either cement or wood pilings going into the ground. There's driftwood and other things, and we see something of a beach area here. This spot here that's square, that's just simply where I finished doing it. The person who made the recording wasn't holding their camera still. But off to the side here is something, and over here is the shoreline. This video that was posted did not, in any place I could find yesterday, point out where it was recorded from. It is north of the crash. We will continue. We will be zooming in on the top, and I will be untilting it because somehow it got tilted. Also, it should be pointed out in the video that you can see the edge of a monitor, about as distracting as that. And that means that someone pointed a cell phone at a perfectly decent, stable, non-shaking security cam video recording. Again, for the umpteenth damn time, and I'm pointing this out specifically to CNN, if you don't grab the raw video data, this is extremely poor journalism, number one. Number two, not telling us the physical location the angle comes from means that you're egging on every conspiracy theorist that's going to come up with a bullshit story about it. You aggravate the situation when you don't immediately learn from over 2 decades of this shit happening, specifically on CNN, where you need to stop doing this crap. And that includes stop putting your watermarks on things. Just stop it. Let's move forward. This is a zoom in with it tilted to where it corrects as much as possible the distortion and or whatever from it. I've cleaned it up as much as possible, mostly for illustrative purposes. We can see these triangles or squares. They're probably emblems or panels or warning signs for people walking along the gangway. We can see that we have cross bracing here, here. This is presumed, and also this is presumed to have cross bracing. And this is the first set of pillars going into the obvious shoreline. And as you can see from the previous image, which I'll just bring up, this here is the stuff that doesn't get covered up with water all the time. This stuff here, on this beach edge with sand, is the high tide level or whatever. And we can see some well, I don't know what to call it under there. Now this could be cement or wood. By the way, it is wood. In the distance, we see a spit of land sticking out here that's hard to identify, and a big squared-off building. Yes, I've confirmed this through Google Maps and Google Earth, and the information is in the description. You didn't have to watch the video. Let's move forward. It's an image taken from the camera right here. The CCTV camera is at that location. It's looking towards us from our perspective. We can see a set of pillars on top. One's deep in the water. There's the high water mark and low water mark. And there's the other stuff we couldn't see. And this is the building we couldn't see. And it has its own security camera here on part of the building. But the only angle that matches decently, as you can tell from, let's just back up really quickly, from looking at this pillar out here in the water and seeing this one here, it's definitely looking not towards us, but to our left, which would be a proper angle. And that is the D.C. National Airport River Rescue Boathouse that was put in X number of years ago. It's a bunch of pilings and it holds it, and it's for doing the rescues in the area. And obviously it was involved. The camera is about 165 feet or 50 meters northwest of that walkway. This is the angle we're seeing. This here is the, quote, spit of land, as I'm referring to it as. It's right here at the edge of the actual location the airplane was aiming towards. And over here is the camera, and there's the boathouse right there. And over here is where the crash happened, approximately. This is very badly done. I know it is. I'm not going to be able to fix it. Okay, that's it. So this is a cell phone recording of a video monitor playing back a security video from a CCTV camera that was 165 feet or 50 meters northwest of a walkway at the DCA National Airport River Rescue Boathouse at 38.852883 by negative 77.032561, and a mile north of the crash. A priority air transport training mission military helicopter confirmed visual contact and then, in spite of that, collided with a passenger jet landing at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. And again, looking at the map, it was going roughly from the top of our screen south and ran into its pathway as it came in. It would have been on their left, and it was a training mission for pilots. And as of now, many airports may have decided that any aircraft, like a helicopter, that has superior maneuverability has a superior duty to avoid.